Hey guys, welcome to Sunday Morning Wrestling. I'm your host Wesley, and kicking off today's show, Jake Roberts defending the YouTube Championship against Nailz. And our main event of the morning, it is for the SMW World Championship as Bulldog defends against Eddie Guerrero just 1 week before he's meant to defend the title against The Undertaker at Anniversary Rumble 2. We'll see that match later on. Now Nailz going straight in with the double-handed chokeslam on Jake Roberts and then kicking the leg out. Now Nailz working on him again. Big headbutt to the guts. Nailz, a big man here, intimidating man. Going to pick Roberts up. Nice scoop slam. Jake Roberts might be in trouble. Swinging elbow drop from Nailz, goes for the cover. Just the 1 count, unfortunately, for Nailz, as he picks Jake Roberts back up. Been Nailz all this match so far. Nice gut punch, ties Jake Roberts up, rakes the eyes. Now Nailz taking Roberts up and over for a suplex. Jake Roberts managing to slip off the back though. Hits a nice release German. And now maybe Jake Roberts can get a foothold in this match. Turns him over, just one German suplex. Not going to be enough, I'm afraid. Just a 2 count. Jake Roberts back to his feet. This is his time, but Nailz fighting back. Nice punch to the midsection. Jake Roberts trying to hit him. Does eventually get a shot through. And now taking Nailz off his feet. Trying to take Nailz off his feet. Double axe handle. And again, finally, Nailz goes down. Jake Roberts kicking his back now. Roberts picks him up. Nice gut punch, overhand chop, another right-handed jab to the face. Nailz against the ropes. Jake Roberts. Nice club to the back, and again. And now Roberts coming into his own, taking control of this match. Knee to the elbow joint of Nailz. Now Jake Roberts picking Nailz back up to his feet, ties him up. Atomic drop to Nailz. Picking Nailz back up again. Short arm clothesline takes him off his feet, and is that enough to put Nailz away? Not enough. Nailz looked like he was seeing stars for a minute then. And now Roberts. What's Roberts going to do? Roberts going high risk, not something you see very often from Jake the Snake. Big chop off the top and he misses, and that is why they call it high risk. Nailz, nice power slam from Nailz to Jake Roberts. Nailz now dragging him to the middle of the ring. Lovely leg drop. Lining him up, what is he going to do to Roberts? Choke slam, maybe. Jake Roberts elbows his way out though. Ties Nailz up, grabs his arm, takes him up and takes him over. Jake Roberts had a good escape there from the choke slam. Feel like if Nailz had hit that, we might have seen a new SMW YouTube champion. And here comes the DDT, dead center of the ring. And Nailz is out cold. Jake Roberts dragging him away from the ropes. I feel like he's got this one won. Nailz not moving an inch. Referee starts the count. And that is it. Jake Roberts, another successful title defense as he beats Nailz for the 3, retains the championship. And this is the viciousness of the champion, not done with him. The stomping a mud hole in Nailz once he's down and out. Next up, guys, we have the Intercontinental Champion in action. Big Boss Man taking on a ravishing Rick Rude in areas. Boss Man with the Intercontinental Champion. Beat Mark Jones for that just a few weeks back. In a great match. Really took it to him. Straight in for the power driver on Rick Rude. And now goes for the cover straight away off the power driver. Is it enough? Not quite. Bossman back up to his feet, ties the ravishing one up. Nice knee to the guts. Scissor kick to the back of the head. Now Bossman working on the arm, sits out on the shoulder, the back of that arm. Bossman with a nice kick to the back of Rude. Drops the elbow, misses the elbow. Right hands from Rick Rude, blocked by Big Bossman. Now Bossman eating some elbows. Rick Rude takes Bossman down. Neck breaker. Rick Rude taking it to the Intercontinental Champion. Rick Rude, a former SMW Intercontinental Champion here. If he gets a win against Bossman, he might just get another shot at it. Now Rude stomping away. We do have a triple threat women's match for the SMW Women's Championship up next, and then we have the tag team titles on the line. The Steiner brothers taking their shot against Hart Foundation, and then the main event is the British Bulldog versus Eddie Guerrero for the SMW World Championship. Rick Rude had Big Bossman up. Big Bossman slips off the back. Nice neck breaker. Bossman powering up. Bossman goes up high. Big Bossman flies through the air, hits the elbow. And now dropping a smaller elbow, not quite so high risk this time. And stomping on the back of the arm. Bossman in charge of this. And Rick Rude turns him around, nice clubbing blow to the back. Bossman still on his feet, Bossman fights back up. Rick Rude ties him up, atomic drop to Bossman. Bossman goes down to the floor, and Rick Rude thinks he might have this one won off an atomic drop. No, he's not. Bossman kicks out at 2. That would have been a disappointing loss for Bossman if it lost off an atomic drop. Bossman slips out of the way. Runs in, running at DDT to Rude. Now the referee getting in the way of Bossman. Bossman not happy with that. I'm surprised he didn't give him a right hook. Bossman ties up Rude. Knee to the midsection again. This scissor kick, we've seen it earlier on, takes Rude down. Now Bossman picks him back up, working on the arm again. Similar routine to what we saw earlier. Ties Rude back up on the shoulder. Rude slips off the back, takes out the knee. Rude holding his own in this. Not going to be enough, I'm afraid. Just the 1 count, not even close. I don't know why Rick Rude's holding his head. He took out his knee. It ain't going to win the match. Bossman slowly getting back up. Bossman, nice right hand. And then Bossman slam has been hit. Rick Rude is out of it. Bossman with the win. Easy 3 count for Bossman. A lot of back and forth in that match, but Bossman, as soon as he hit the Bossman slam, that one was over. Another great victory under the belt of the Big Bossman. And next up, guys, we do have the triple threat for the Women's Championship. Misty Blue, Bertha, Faye and Wendi Richter defending. Misty Blue and Bertha Faye getting this opportunity because they beat Wendi Richter and Princess Victoria in a tag team match last week. I mean, Wendi Richter was hardly in the match. Victoria took the loss, so Wendi Richter not going to be too happy with Princess Victoria having to defend her title against these two now. Wendi Richter, lovely springboard drop kick off the middle rope. Misty Blue takes her down with a good DDT. Now if I was Misty Blue and Bertha Faye, I would be teaming up against Wendi Richter, take her out of this fight, guarantee a new champion. But it doesn't look like they're going to do that as Misty Blue hits a head scissors takedown on Bertha Faye, and then the backstabber, even though it was on the front to the chest of Wendi Richter. Nice DDT. Ties up Bertha Faye. Takes Bertha Faye over the top and out of the match for the time being. Misty Blue attacking Wendi Richter from behind. Nice neck breaker. Turns her attention to Bertha Faye, but Bertha Faye too strong for her. Now Misty Blue taking a shot from behind. Wendi Richter taking her down with a leg drop. Bertha Faye in the corner. Needs to pay attention as Wendi Richter ties her up. Takes her down. Misty Blue back up to her feet as well. Wendi Richter lining Bertha Faye up, runs against the ropes. Big running knee and neck breaker. And now Bertha Faye gets back up. Wendi Richter attacking Bertha Faye. Big punches, big chops, takes her down to a knee. Wendi Richter against the ropes, running knee to the face of Bertha Faye. But Misty Blue attacking Wendi Richter from behind, picks her up. Up on the shoulder, she goes off that top rope. Now Misty Blue, oh lovely moonsault from Misty Blue, but Bertha Faye breaks up the count. Now Misty Blue ties up Bertha Faye. Wendi Richter out of the match for the time being. Kicks her leg down against the ropes. Springboard moonsault, and this could be it. Misty Blue needs to go for the cover. Bertha Faye is out off the top. Big splash. Bertha Faye gets her knees up. I feel like Misty Blue should have gone for the cover there. She might have had the match won. She could have been the new SMW Women's Champion. Bertha Faye throwing Misty Blue about. Ties up with Wendi Richter. Wendi Richter flips out. Bertha Faye hits the knee to the midsection and a kick to the gut. Ties Richter up. Taking her to the ropes. Bounces her off that top rope. And now Misty Blue going after Bertha Faye. Taking Bertha Faye to the ropes. Kicks to the leg. Ties her up. Big chop. Gets her leg over that middle rope and trying to take out the knee of Bertha Faye. But Wendi Richter attacking Misty Blue. Misty Blue elbows out though. Nice elbows to Wendi. Roundhouse kick to the leg. Ties her up. Wendi Richter fighting back. They tie up again. Wendi Richter has Misty Blue against the ropes and just turns her attention to Bertha Faye. Bertha Faye sends Wendi Richter up and over the top rope. And Misty Blue could be in trouble though. Bertha Faye eats an elbow from Misty Blue. Misty Blue with the Tilt the World Hurricane Rana. And Wendi Richter is back up to her feet, but Misty Blue taking it to Bertha Faye in the ring. And now Wendi Richter finally getting back in. Misty Blue with another kick to lower back. Misty Blue turns her attention to Wendi Richter. Bertha Faye goes out of the ring. Misty Blue roundhouse kicks to Wendi Richter. Wendi Richter gets control though, takes her to the corner. Misty Blue dives out of the way. Nice kick to the midsection from Wendi Richter though. Big chops. Then a lovely backbreaker from Misty Blue. Misty Blue knee to the elbow. Bertha Faye coming back into the ring. Misty Blue seen it, hits a DDT. And then turns her attention back to Wendi Richter. Misty Blue on fire here. Ties up Wendi Richter. Inverted DDT. Goes after Bertha Faye again. Going to go for this DDT again. Takes her down. Wendi Richter out of the match at the moment. Misty Blue off the top. Going for the splash off the top. Wendi Richter down and out. Bertha Faye pinned in the middle of the ring. And we have a new SMW Women's Champion in Misty Blue. And well deserved it was. She took both opponents out. No sneaky victory there. Deserving of the win. And we have a new SMW Women's Champion. Congratulations to Misty Blue. She's been after this title for a while. And finally she's got her hands on it. She can't believe it. Holding it up loud and proud. Next up guys, it is for the SMW Tag Team Championships. The Hart Foundation defending against the Steiner brothers. Hart Foundation been good champions since they won it off the Mad World Society, who we've not seen since they lost the titles. Jim Neidhart going after Steiner. Neidhart takes Steiner into the corner. Nice forearm to the jaw, takes him down to the corner, and now choking Steiner out. Referee telling him to stop the choke in the corner. Picks it back up, smashes his face into the mat. Jim Neidhart sits on the elbow. Scott back up to his feet, big right hand, stumbles him back. Taking Neidhart to the corner, maybe looking for a tag to his brother. No, just going to attack the limbs instead. Jim Neidhart does roll out of that corner eventually. And Scott Steiner up and down he goes. Double underhook powerbomb by the looks of it. Picking Neidhart back up. Behind he goes. Nice German release from Scott Steiner. And the Steiner brothers are a force to be reckoned with here in Sunday Morning Wrestling. Steiner picks Neidhart up. Ties up Neidhart. Taking him to the corner. Smashing his head against that top turnbuckle. Neidhart fighting back though. Nice right hand. Sleeper hold from Jim Neidhart to Steiner. Steiner's got to stay in this. This could be over quicker than we thought. And for some reason, Bret Hart looking to attack Rick Steiner, even though he hadn't come in the ring. Scott does get out of the hold eventually. Ties up Neidhart, taking him to the corner again. Maybe this time he's going to look for a tag. No, going up high instead. Hitting him with a right hand. Crowd counting along. And the full 10 have been hit. Now Steiner picking Neidhart up, rolls him over. Neidhart gets pushed to the floor. Steiner tags in his brother Rick. Now Rick Steiner, the dog, goes straight for the cover. Not enough. Neidhart kicking out at 2. Scott Steiner not even on the apron then. Obviously Scott Steiner thought Rick had this one won. The Anvil getting back up to his feet. Steiner does climb down off the top, but too late as Jim Neidhart hits him with a stiff right. Attacks him from behind. Oh, Rick Steiner reverses though, hits the crossbody instead. Knee to the lower back. Picks up Neidhart. Ties him up. Scoop, slam takes him down. Jim Neidhart in trouble, needs to make a tag to Bret. Another scoop slam from Steiner. And Steiner, Rick Steiner going after Neidhart. Big headbutt takes him down. And Jim Neidhart in so much trouble here. Neck breaker from Steiner. And now Steiner makes a tag to Scott. Scott in the ring and just posing. You want to be pinning him. Jim Neidhart is down and out for the count by the looks of it. And now Steiner just wrenching the neck of Neidhart. Now makes the tag back to his brother Rick. Can Rick stop Jim making the tag to Bret? It looks like he wants Bret to come in, letting Jim Neidhart make that tag. The Steiner brothers want to take both of them out. Nice right to Bret, taking Bret up for a suplex, and down he goes, brainbuster. Rick picking him back up, ties him up. Nice kick to the midsection from Bret. Clothesline takes Rick Steiner down. Kick to the chest. Bret running up high. Bret on the top rope. Misses the leg drop. Rick Steiner back up to his feet, and then Rick Steiner hitting a downwards right hand punch, keeping Bret on the mat. And the Steiner brothers enjoying themselves a bit too much. Pay attention to your opponents. Do not want to be chanting or taunting to the crowd. Throws Bret into the ring. Picking Bret back up. Right hand takes him down. And now the cover is that right hand enough, and Jim Neidhart makes the break. We're not going to find out if Bret would have kicked out on his own. Nice jawbreaker from Jim Neidhart. Ties up Rick Steiner, biting the head of Steiner. The referee counting Neidhart out. Neidhart does eventually leave the ring. Rick Steiner still in charge. Hits the headbutt to Bret Hart, and Bret Hart is down, and for some reason Rick Steiner not doing anything here. Finally off the top, misses the elbow, took too long, and off that missed elbow Bret makes the cover. The referee just running into them both. One absolute mess, just the one count. Not surprised the referee did not get down quick enough for that count. And now Bret taking Rick up for the pile driver. Hits the pile driver to Rick Steiner. Now looking for the sharpshooter. He's got him in the middle of the ring. Sharpshooter is hooked in. Scott looking to make the break. Scott for some reason punching over the top of Bret Hart's head. And again, you really need to be hitting him, Scott. Hit him. Doesn't matter. Rick Steiner gets out of it. And then Rick attacking Bret. Nice German suplex to Bret Hart. Brett looking, well, crawling to the wrong corner, crawling to Rick Steiner. He wants to be crawling to Jim Neidhart. And for some reason, Rick Steiner letting him make that tag again. Rick Steiner now taking Jim up. Nice back breaker to Jim Neidhart. And Rick Steiner makes the tag to Scott. Scott Steiner now coming into this ring. The genetic freak. Belly to Jim Neidhart. Goes for the cover. Is it enough for the 3? And Brett makes the break. This is why they are champions. There for each other every single time. And Steiner went for the power bomb on Brett. Brett fights out of it though. Takes Scott Steiner down with a Bulldog. Referee should be counting Bret Hart out, and he finally does. Scott Steiner back up to his feet, hits the clothesline, taking Jim Neidhart down. Scott picks him back up. Taking Neidhart to the corner, tags in Rick Steiner. Takes him across the rope, ducks under, belly to belly from Rick Steiner. Nice tag team maneuvers from the Steiner brothers. Jim Neidhart kick to the midsection, takes Rick down with a clothesline. Gets the cover on Rick Steiner. Is it enough? Scott breaks it up. And now Jim attacking Scott Steiner, sends Scott up and out of the ring, and Jim turns his attention back to Rick. Nice clubbing blow to the upper back. Jim looking for the tag for Brett, but Brett not paying any attention, too concerned on Scott Steiner, and that is a mistake. Deadlift German from Rick Steiner. Now Rick maybe looking for the cover. Scott Steiner back up. Bret Hart still not paying attention. Or Bret Hart's turned around, realised what's happening, and does break up the pin. I thought we were going to see new champions there. Bret Hart not paying any attention to the match. Jim Neidhart wanting the tag. Bret not facing him, and then not facing him for the pin either. Nice neck breaker from Rick Steiner, and the Hart Foundation in trouble. Bret down and out on the outside. Rick has Jim right where he wants him. Well, Jim getting up though, sweeping the leg of Rick Steiner. Neidhart watching Rick Steiner, looking for Rick Steiner to make the tag. Let him get halfway across the ring and then stopped him. Gets him up, big scoop slam to Rick Steiner. And now goes for the cover. Scott on the apron though. Scott makes the break. And now Jim attacking Scott Steiner. Big scoop slam to Scott Steiner as well, and both the Steiner brothers are down. Scott does make it back up to one knee though. Jim going straight back after him. And again, another scoop slam to Scott Steiner, but pay attention, Rick Steiner getting back up to his feet and taking Jim Neidhart for a running Bulldog. Maybe that's the distraction the Steiners needed. The cover's on. Bret's back up to his feet, but Jim Neidhart kicks out just before the 3 count anyway. Not sure that could have been any closer to a 3. The fans absolutely loving this match. Rick Steiner to the top rope. Jim Neidhart laying lifeless. Leg drop to the back of the head of Jim Neidhart. And this is where the Steiners could take it. Bret and Scott fighting on the outside. Rick has control of Jim Neidhart in the ring. Drops the elbow to the face of Neidhart. Now drops the knee, misses. Neidhart back up to his feet. Big right, ties him up. Neidhart takes him into the corner, slams him off the post, throws him back into the ring. Bret up to the turnbuckle. And Jim Neidhart cheering to the crowd. You want to be paying attention to Steiner instead. Ties up Rick, big right hand has him stumbling. Hits him from behind, headbutt to the back of the head, and then throwing him across the ring. And Neidhart gets the cover. Scott can't be on the apron, he's not. Scott can't make the save, and the Hart Foundation pick up the victory and retain the SMW World Tag Team Championships. Another great title defense from the Hart Foundation, in control of this tag team division at the moment. Great stuff from Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, still tag team champions. And guys, it is time for the main event. Eddie Guerrero winning that fatal 4-way match last week to face the British Bulldog for the World Championship. 1 week before the anniversary Rumble 2. And now, referee rings the bell. Bulldog looking to hold on to this title for at least 1 more week. But if Eddie Guerrero wins, it will be Eddie versus The Undertaker at the anniversary Rumble. Bulldog slips underneath. Gets Eddie Guerrero from behind, slamming his head on the mat. Now his arm. I mean, Undertaker's got to be thinking things are going to go his way, because no matter the outcome, both of these guys are going to be worn out from this week's match. And he will be fresh. Bulldog misses the drop kick. Eddie Guerrero picks him up big. Forearm takes Bulldog down. Now Bulldog slowly back to his feet. Ties up Guerrero. Taking Eddie up high. Slams him down. Now dragging Eddie back to the middle of the ring. Looking to end this one quickly maybe. Gets the cover. Not going to be enough. Surely Eddie Guerrero's got enough to kick out. Yes, he does. Eddie Guerrero eating a headbutt from the Bulldog. Now big boot to the lower back. And the British Bulldog in charge of Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero does get back up to his feet. Bulldog catches the leg. Nice roundhouse from Eddie Guerrero. Bulldog takes him down with an arm drag. Drops the elbow. Now Bulldog slamming the arm against the mat. Picks Eddie Guerrero up. Ties him up. Pile driver from the Bulldog, and this one could be about to be over. What's going on here? The Undertaker walking down with a briefcase. Is he going to cash in before he said? Pointing at the Bulldog. Bulldog telling him to come into the ring. Eddie Guerrero slowly getting back up to his feet, and the Undertaker says no. The Undertaker just distracting the Bulldog. And Eddie Guerrero taking advantage of the opportunity. We could see a new SMW World Champion. He's got this submission in. Bulldog holding on. Bulldog using his strength and gets out of it and takes Guerrero down. Bulldog not going to be happy with that from The Undertaker, distracting him in his title match. And look at this, Bulldog still in charge. Thought Eddie Guerrero might have won it with that submission move, but not quite. Bulldog takes him up, running power slam time. Eddie Guerrero shaking his head. No, but Bulldog's got the cover. Is this it? It is. British Bulldog retains the title, and we will be seeing British Bulldog versus The Undertaker next week at the 2nd annual Rumble. What a match. Undertaker coming down and distracting him. Still holds on to the title though. I cannot wait for next week. Thanks for tuning in to Sunday Morning Wrestling. Don't forget to like the episode, and if you aren't already, please make sure you've hit that subscribe button and you've hit that notification button so you don't miss an episode. I've been your host, Wes Lynn, and we'll see you right here, same time, same place, next week on Sunday Morning Wrestling.